Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark, and it's another, that's 10 minutes, 5-minute review. And this week we're focusing on Oscar-nominated films from 2024, and we're finishing the week with the Netflix film Maestro. Maestro is starring and directed by Bradley Cooper. He also wrote some of the screenplay with Josh Singer. But it stars him, Carey Mulligan, Matt Bomer. That's really it for your. Sarah Silverman is in this film as well. I forgot that. But that's pretty much it as far as your notable names. Bradley Cooper plays this legendary composer, conductor guy, Leonard Bernstein. I knew a little bit about Bernstein. It's weird saying this, but I have a background in music. I went to performing arts high school. But we learned a little bit about Leonard Bernstein and when I was in high school. So it was kind of cool to watch this film. But Bradley Cooper is he is immersed in his role here as Bernstein. And Carey Mulligan plays his wife, Felicia, what's her name? Cohen, but she becomes Felicia Bernstein, and she's an actress, singer type. But Bradley Cooper, man, he's this might be his directorial debut, and if it isn't, he doesn't have much, right? Previous. Oh. Duh. He directed Star is Born. So he's a talented filmmaker, especially when it comes to films about music. And I didn't necessarily enjoy the film, but I enjoyed the performance. Bradley Cooper, gives it his all. And by the time this comes out, I'm recording this on a Sunday before the Oscar nomination, so forgive me if he doesn't get nominated, but he's probably getting nominated, or probably was nominated for Best Actor. I don't think he has a chance of winning, but he gives it all. And then the way he directs this film, a lot of it is in black and white. And then the aspect ratio changes throughout based on the time period, and it's this biography of this man that lived this this kind of fantastical life, surrounded by music, and it's an interesting portrayal. Is because I didn't really need to know anything about Leonard Bernstein, but I'm glad I watched it, is because now with Cooper's performance, I now have an understanding of who this person was, as long as the film is relatively accurate. But he's a man that was conflicted throughout his life with his relationships, with his his ability to make music, his ability to just hear music. And it's really good. It's a good film. I don't know if I enjoyed the film. It's a good film. I don't know if everything worked for me, but at the same time, I recommend it. It's one of the 10 films that everybody should see every year. So give it a watch. It's on Netflix now. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button when it pops up so you can see future content right here in the podcast. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your favorite social media platforms, we're at Movie Draft House. And you can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. We're doing big things everywhere. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts, we're right there. So make sure you give us a follow there as well, because the podcast releases weekly every Thursday, so you don't want to miss out. And we'll catch you next time.
If summer doesn't sing in you, then nothing sings in you. And if nothing sings in you, then you can't make music. Something she told me.
Hello, I'm Lenny.
Hello, Felicia.